Welcome to the podcast for Brain and Courtlin in the morning on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Outskirts from Sam Hunt. Good morning, it's Brain and Courtlin. Welcome to the freeze.
It's 2 days in a row now where my first words on the radio were,
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people are saying that very
welcome to
safe.
winter, everybody.
Well, I mean, listen, it's not. If you look at the 9-day, 10-day forecast, back into the 70s for highs Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday into next week. So,
But the lows are very low.
The lows, yeah. Listen, this morning, right now we're at about 30 in downtown Cedar Rapids.
That's below freezing.
It is, and we'll probably drop into the mid to upper 20s right before the sun rises. That's usually how it works. So,
Great.
yeah. A little bit of frost on my windshield this morning. I'm not going to lie. As I came into work today, and I went, well, here we go.
Yep.
It has begun. Although, let's talk about the positives, Courtland. Let's focus on the wins. A hard freeze will likely bring, eventually, to a lot of people, some allergy relief. It kills all the pollens.
That's great because I can't breathe this morning.
Yes, clearly not quite yet, but, we're hoping to get there. 2, it will also kill a lot of the annoying insects that were hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, they're all on the ceiling of my living room currently.
That's right. They're all trying to get in and trying to find warmth, of course. But
I have a bunch of those orange ladybug-looking things.
Yeah, yep. Yeah.
Great.
So, yes.
Awesome.
Anyway, I'm just trying to focus on the positives. Last night I was watching local news and all the local meteorologists were like, this is it. It's the end of the growing season. Death is upon us. I'm like, wow, so dramatic.
Yeah, that is very dramatic.
Very dramatic. It's cold. It's fall. It's Iowa. Here we go. Hopefully we have a long fall to enjoy and we won't have to talk about other forecast words, which I'm not going to say yet.
Shh, don't do it.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
It's Braden Courtland and K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Tyler Hubbard and back then, right now, good morning. It's Braden Courtland. And yeah, it's a bit chilly this morning, and it has been cool the last several mornings. So yesterday I had to go home a little bit early, and I had to put out some fires.
You did.
And
You were really happy about it.
yeah, it was a day yesterday. I've never been more happy to get to Lister lunch and just drown my sorrows in queso and guacamole. But more on that later. But something else had happened yesterday at my house that I was not entirely happy about. But I just kind of sighed and I went, okay. Carly was home sick yesterday. She has mycoplasma or walking pneumonia, and she was feeling pretty cruddy in general. And so she was home. Chase didn't go to school till later yesterday either. And they both woke up and they're like, Dad, it's cold in the house. And I went, okay.
Put on some socks and a sweater.
See, now that's...
I'm not touching the thermostat.
And that is what I tried to do.
Is that what you sound like?
That is what I tried to do. I'm not even offended by that impersonation. While the tone may be off, the subject matter of your statement is entirely true. And I'm just like, you guys have heaters, little space heaters, crank them up, make your room a little bit warmer if you want to. I don't want to turn on the furnace yet. But I got home yesterday and it was close to 62 degrees in our house.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
And I've got a kid homesick and I'm like, okay, listen, I'm frugal, but I'm not a monster. So
you turn the heat on.
I went ahead and played the game called Will Brain's Really Old Furnace Start.
And did it?
It sure did.
Yay!
And Carly goes, why does it smell like it's on fire?
That means it's working.
That's exactly what I said. That smell
Do you want heat or not?
That smell of smoke and ash you smell is the smell of a furnace working. First of all, it's an old furnace. First time it's run all year, but it fired right up and away we go with another expensive heating season. Although I will say this.
It's not running during the day right now, though.
No, once it got the house.
Mostly at night, yeah.
Once it got the house heated up, yeah. During the day, it doesn't run because the sun, of course, will warm up the house.
I love watching the difference, though, between my bills. There comes a point of year where my electric bill and my gas bill get a little bit closer to each other, and then they completely switch.
Yeah, I know. There's that one little moment in time where your gas bill's been low all summer long, and then
mine is like $17.
It's ridiculously
I know.
low. Ours is a little bit more than that, but we have a few more people using all the hot water on a daily basis. But yeah, and then winter hits, and you're like, oh, why? Why is it every month? But anyway, I thought I would tell you. I did tell my family. I said, listen, it's supposed to get back up near 70 again for an extended stretch of time.
So it's not like it's going to be on permanently.
So don't get too comfortable there, kiddos.
I did it already 2 days ago, and then I turned it up. So
you've already boosted yours
I
up.
went from 65 to 67. So
I set ours at 67 to get the house, warmed up out of that chill zone. So
I think I'm going to buy those. I saw these things on Amazon, and they're like plastic. It's almost like plastic wrap you put over your windows to kind of keep the heat inside. And I might give those a shot this year.
Have you ever put those up before?
No, I never have.
Before we got new windows in our house.
Yeah, my windows do nothing.
So yeah, they do work. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Walmart, Target, anywhere like that.
Okay.
And they've got like little sticky tape that goes up around, and then you put plastic and you use a hair dryer.
To
tighten it up. Yeah, I've done those many times. We still have to do one up in the girls' bedroom each winter because I always laugh and when Carly comes down and goes, Dad, I can feel the breeze blowing on me when I'm laying in bed. I'm like, time to put it up.
That's not so great.
Yeah. So anyway, the heat is on at Brain's house. Cedar Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1, K-Hawk, Post Malone, and Luke Combs. Brain and Courtlin with you on a Wednesday morning, and we have more tickets to give away today to see Carly Pierce. Carly going to be at the Paramount Theater in 2025.
And every day this week, we are playing Two Truths and a Lie for these tickets. So we've learned a few things about Carly so far, like her favorite movie of all time is It's Complicated with Meryl Streep.
Mm-hmm.
She dropped out of high school to work at Dollywood and perform there.
It's crazy.
I know, isn't that nuts? And all of Carly's pets are named after country stars.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
All of them.
Yeah. So we'll have three more facts about Carly Pierce coming up this morning at around 7:10. One of them, of course, will be a lie. If you can figure it out, that will win you tickets to see Carly at the Paramount Theater on March 22nd with your country concert leader, 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Dasha with Austin. It's Brain and Courtlin. Good morning. And yes, I know, this is the quote-unquote Hawkeye State, especially here in eastern Iowa. There are a majority of Iowa fans. However, Iowa State fans are everywhere too. And Cyclone fans are living in a special time right now because the football team is having a historic season. The football team, the Iowa State Cyclones, 6-0 right now on the year. First time they've been 6-0 since 1938. They won the Cy-Hawk Trophy. And the Cyclones, of course, in case you haven't heard, are ranked inside the top 10. They're ranked number 9 this week. And, they're flying high. They could very well make the college football playoff at the end of the season if they continue to win football games like this. However, yesterday it was revealed that they don't have just one top 10 rated team in Ames. They have 3.
Wow.
Yes, the Iowa State women's basketball team is ranked number 8 in the AP preseason college basketball poll. And they have a lot of their team returning from last year. And they're going to be really good. Yeah. So the Iowa State men's team also ranked. They're number 5 in the nation in the AP preseason men's college basketball poll. And the Iowa State men won the Big 12 conference tournament last year, made a nice run in the NCAA tournament, and they're ranked 5th heading into this season. So for the first time ever in the state of Iowa, this has never happened before, an Iowa college has 3 different sports programs ranked inside the top 10. And it's the Iowa State Cyclones. So that's pretty cool.
I didn't realize that's something that's never happened here.
Never
before.
happened. Iowa came close back in 1987 when men's basketball finished 6th, women's basketball finished 8th, and the Iowa football team finished outside the top 10 at number 16. Otherwise, it's never happened before. Iowa State, the first college to do it. So,
I also read something about the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team.
Okay.
From last week, and apparently they're not looking good in the preseason polls because of the loss of Caitlin Clark.
Well, I don't know. If you've heard that they lost a lot of talent off of last year's team. They lost Caitlin Clark. They lost Kate Martin. They lost Gabby Marshall. Those were, 3 players that had been there for, 4 or 5 years. But they have a lot of talent coming back. They have Hannah Stuelke, who we've talked to before.
Who I get to hang out with.
Yeah, you're
Friday
actually going to hang
at a live broadcast.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to pick her mind and say, listen, Hannah, tell me all about your plans to dominate the Big Ten this coming season. So, no, I just think that people think that Caitlin Clark and everybody left, and so the cupboard is bare. I think Iowa is going to surprise a lot of people this year.
I hope they come out and they prove them wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be as good as this Iowa State women's basketball team. They're really going to be good, but that's why you play the game, Courtlin. That's why you play the games. So if you want to read more about Iowa State's historic ranking record, we have that info up on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Country 98.1 K-Hawk. Lies, 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 lies. I like adding the fourth one for emphasis. It's Morgan Wallen. Brandon Courtlin, good morning.
I think we should say it much more angry. Lies, lies, lies.
Okay. Not sure if that was what Morgan was going for there, but, we're throwing our own thing out there. Hey, we're all about telling you the truth when we have these amazing flyaways that we're giving away, and we have one right now where you could go see, I think, one of the hottest guys in music, period, right now, Jelly Roll. He's played on country radio. He's played on all kinds of other radio stations. He is doing it all right now.
He really is, and he's going on tour. And we actually want to send you to go see him because I don't know if you know this, but a lot of his shows sell out. So tickets are not always easy to get for Jelly Roll. Remember, he was just at the Iowa State Fair this past summer.
I know. Jelly Roll in Jacksonville is where you'll see him in concert. We give you contest codes every weekday, and here are the times to tune in and listen. 8:20, 10:20. And then 1:20, 4:20, and 7:20 in the PM, all right?
Whenever you hear a code, just enter it over on our app, and that way you've got another chance to win this trip.
So the grand prize includes round-trip airfare from Eastern Iowa, concert tickets, hotel, and $500 in spending cash. It's all yours. Go see Jelly Roll in Jacksonville, courtesy of Stony Creek Records and 98.1 K-Hawk. Country 98.1 K-Hawk. Old Dominion and make it sweet. Good morning. It's Brandon Courtlin. We're about to make it terrifying or gross or however you want to look at it. I don't know if you saw this, Courtlin, or not, but the number one movie at the box office this weekend was Terrifier 3.
That's the movie with that scary clown that has the black and white face and the bloody teeth.
Yeah, I know.
No, thank you.
The first thing that surprised me, this is the third one of those?
Yeah.
The first two, I believe, are on, I think it's Amazon Prime. And it's funny because my daughter Carly, who had homecoming over the weekend and then had a sleepover with some friends, afterwards watched both of those movies on Saturday night. And I said, hey, how'd you like those Terrifier movies? And she goes, Dad, they were gross.
They're very, very gory. In fact, during some of the preview showings, the premieres of the movie in Australia, 2 viewers walked out and then fainted while trying to get up the movie theater stairs.
So I've heard a rumor, too, that they are making bags available to some fans who feel they might be queasy when watching this. Is that true? Have you heard anything about that?
Well, there was at least one viewer in the UK who did throw up during this movie because it's so disgusting. So my question for you is, has there ever been a movie so gross or so gory that it made you feel physically ill?
So the simple answer to this for me is no. I don't typically gravitate towards, movies that are scary. Okay, I'll watch a scary movie once in a while, but like overtly gross, they just make them to be as gross as possible just for the sake of being gory. That's definitely not my thing.
Okay, well,
what about you?
I don't watch those kinds of movies.
Yeah, it's just not my thing.
I watched, I think, part of a Saw movie once, and even that was just
thank you. I've never seen any of the Saw movies. No desire to.
Okay, so I want to run down this list of 10 movies that historically have made people feel physically ill. Let's see how many of these you've seen, because some of them are older. Like number 1 on the list is The Last House on the Left from 1972.
Wow, I've never seen that.
Okay, what about The Exorcist from 1973?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like vomit, there's a lot of that head spin and vomit thing in The Exorcist, but I don't know. That's classic barf, right?
According to some reports, people suffered genuine heart attacks in their seats when they saw this movie.
I mean, if you think about it, that was such a groundbreaking movie. Nobody had really ever seen anything like that on film. I mean, I get why that really freaked people out.
Okay, what about the Blair Witch Project from 1999?
Now, I saw that in theaters, and there was a warning with that movie because
the shaky camera.
it was the first found footage movie ever made, and the shaky camera made people motion sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why cinemas had to start putting up prompts
Yeah.
to let people know, hey, you could experience motion sickness.
I remember feeling a little queasy a couple times. I just kind of had to look away for a little bit, and then it was okay. But yeah.
There's also a movie called Irreversible from 2002. 250 people walked out of the movie before it was over, some seeking medical attention from the local fire wardens who had to administer oxygen to people who had fainted.
Wow.
They called the movie sick and gratuitous.
Yep, don't need it.
Saw 3 from 2006 is on the list. Antichrist from 2009. How about this one? 127 Hours from 2010.
Okay, so now that's the story of the climber or hiker that got stuck between the rocks,
And
right?
had to amputate his own arm.
Amputate his own arm. I think James Franco was in the movie.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, apparently they
16 faints, 3 seizures, 1 panic attack, and some unconfirmed discrete vomiting.
and one very robust no thank you from me. No thank you. I don't need to see somebody cut their own arm off.
And then the other 2 on the list are Prometheus from 2012.
Okay, I've seen that movie and I know what scene they're talking about. If you know, you know. It's okay.
It's an alien embryo scene.
Dude, it is.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
I just
okay.
read about it.
Yeah.
Don't want to hear about
No,
it.
it's something else.
And then Titan from 2021.
Not familiar with
which
that
is
one,
a
but-
French horror movie.
Okay. All right. So, is there a movie out there that makes you sick or
Like
did make you
physically ill.
Yeah.
You had to turn it off because you just said, there's no way I can finish.
Let us know about it this morning. You can message us in the K-Hawk app. And listen, some people's tolerance for this type of stuff is more than others.
Very low. Yeah.
And yeah, mine just is not that high. I don't need
No.
to see this. So, messages this morning. Tell about movies that grossed you out, made you sick. It's Braden and Courtlin and K-Hawk.
Yes, a movie, and maybe it wasn't even meant to be like a super horror movie. It was just so gross that it made people feel physically ill.
Couple of comments on the K-Hawk app for you. Mary from Cedar Rapids says, I watched House on the Left when I was 18. I never forgot it. Very upsetting. I won't watch scary movies anymore because of it.
I don't think I'll ever watch that one after reading what it's about.
And finally, my favorite comment so far this morning, Chris from Monticello says, any Hallmark Christmas movie makes him physically ill.
Same.
Yeah,
My mom tried to get me to watch one when I was home with her once for the holidays, and about 20 minutes into the movie, I said, I can't take this. Please turn it off.
Yeah, something that sweet makes my stomach hurt. Yeah, it's the wrong kind of sweet. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Long hot summer. That's clearly over. Keith Urban, 28 in downtown Cedar Rapids right now. But temperatures don't matter when you're giving away tickets to one of the shows we're looking forward to in 2025. Carly Pierce coming to Cedar Rapids and the Paramount Theater.
So we're playing 2 truths and a lie. We're learning a little bit about Carly Pierce this week. We've got 3 facts for you, but I changed one of them just a little bit to make it a lie. And your job is to figure out which one that is.
Okay, your 3 facts about Carly this morning are...
Number 1, Carly has an addiction to Orbit gum. Number 2, Carly is deathly afraid of vomit. Or number 3, Carly got married and divorced at age 27.
All right, now one of those is actually a lie. One more time.
Number 1, Carly has an addiction to Orbit gum. Number 2, Carly is deathly afraid of vomit. Or number 3, Carly got married and divorced at age 27.
If you can figure out which one of those is a lie, be caller 10 right now at 365-3698. Or hit the call us button using your 98.1 K-Hawk app. If you figure it out, you're going to see Carly Pierce. That show is March 22nd at the Paramount Theater with 98.1 K-Hawk. Pierce tickets this morning. Let's go back to the phones.
K-Hawk, good morning. You are caller number 10. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Abby from Cedar Rapids.
Hey, Abby, here are your 3 facts one more time.
Number 1, Carly has an addiction to Orbit gum. Number 2, Carly is deathly afraid of vomit. Or number 3, Carly got married and divorced at age 27.
Which is the lie?
3?
Yeah.
Yes, 3 is right.
All Carly fans know that she was married and divorced at 29, which is why she named her album 29.
That's right. Hey, congratulations, Abby. You're going to see Carly Pierce in Cedar Rapids next March.
Thank you so much.
Nice job, Abby. Carly and I have.
You're both afraid of vomit.
We both are not on the vomit van train. So,
well, the good news is her breath will always smell good afterwards because she has an addiction to Orbit gum for some reason. Didn't say which flavor of Orbit gum though, but I think sweet mint is the best.
I would happen to agree. That means that every Carly Pierce meet and greet will go off without incident because her breath is always fresh. Now it's your responsibility to do the same thing. More Carly Pierce, Cedar Rapids, number 1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Pour me a drink. That's Post Malone and Blake Shelton. Braden Courtlin with you on a Wednesday morning, and we are bringing you a very special edition of our taste test. Actually, I wrote an article about this pizza when it came out back in September.
I completely forgot about this.
Casey's came out with a new jalapeno popper pizza, and in case you haven't tried it yet, it features Philadelphia brand cream cheese, cheddar mozzarella cheese, bacon, mild pickled jalapenos, and a drizzle of Mike's hot honey. And I thought to myself when I was writing this, I thought,
that sounds real good.
yeah, I'd go with that. I'm down with that.
And so then all of a sudden our doorbell rings this morning. And who is it but the folks at Casey's delivering us one of these pizzas. So we thought it would be fun to do a little taste test of it and tell you what we think.
Okay. Do we approve? It looks fantastic. By the way,
it smells so good.
I know.
It's so, like, as soon as you open the box, it's like jalapenos punch you in the face.
Yeah, but you can also smell the bacon and you can smell the sweetness of the honey. So if it smells that good, it's got to taste that good.
I love that they put cream cheese on it too.
Yes. Okay, so because this is radio, we can't both take a bite at the same time. Go ahead.
You want me to go first?
You ladies first, yes. Courtlin can take a bite first. And your initial impressions of the new jalapeno popper from Casey's.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
No, I actually like that. I wasn't sure because, I'm not super big on spicy stuff, but it's just the right amount of spice.
Yeah, they said that the jalapenos they're the mild pickled ones, and so I'm like, I can handle that. I can handle that much spice.
I like that.
Okay, all right.
Wow. Okay.
My turn.
I mean, it definitely has a kick to it, so I'm just warning you right now. Mm-hmm. How do you feel? You need some water?
I feel like hearing people chew food on the radio is not great radio.
Well, it's all we can do. Yeah. You a fan?
No, it's very good. And you're right. There is a little bit of heat. Mm-hmm. But just like when you order like jalapeno poppers as an appetizer.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of heat.
If you don't like spicy, then you wouldn't like the pizza.
Yeah. No, but
if you don't like jalapeno poppers, then you wouldn't like it.
But it's very, very true to the jalapeno popper experience. It's almost like Casey's knows what they're doing when they name their pizzas. So
I wish it had a little more cream cheese on it.
A little bit. And I'm a big fan of the honey drizzle. Drizzle me with some more honey, Casey's. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well.
No, I mean...
Did you have to say it like that?
Maybe not, but it was more fun.
I don't want to watch
did.
anybody drizzle you with honey.
Pour some honey on there.
Okay, I think I need some water.
All right, so...
It's getting hotter in my mouth as we speak.
It's a little warm, but that's okay because it's cold outside. So 2 thumbs up from us for the Casey's jalapeno popper pizza.
Well, the man who delivered it to us told us it has been very popular over the course of the last month.
Yeah, he was saying when they put it out, when they sell the pizza by the slice there at least at his Casey's location, it's gone out the door. So check it out at your local Casey's, and you can read more about the jalapeno popper pizza on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Cedar Rapids, number 1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Last night for Morgan Wallen. Good morning, it's Braden Courtlin. Wednesday means time for Courtlin's Secret Sound.
Okay.
That's the sound of Courtland sighing right there.
That's not the secret sound today.
No,
that's the not-so-secret sound.
No. Although at least I got that one right. Courtlin, notoriously not great at sound effects, and each week she graces us with a new one.
Yeah, so that everybody can make fun of me together.
That's right. Get your guesses in on the K-Hawk app. Most of the time, if we do figure it out, it's the K-Hawk listeners who get the job done because I am not great at guessing.
Yes, and once again, the app is the place to do that because we can read them as they come in real time.
Here we go. What do you got for us today?
Okay, I don't know how today's is going to go. I have not practiced it, but...
Perfect.
Sometimes it's better without a rehearsal.
Here we go. Here is this week's Courtlin's Secret Sound.
Pa, 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 pa.
Okay.
You didn't look at me while I did that, did you?
Nope, I did not. How'd that go? Did that go about how you thought it? You thought it would go?
Yeah, I don't think it was bad.
Okay, one more time. Let's see if we can get this, folks. Okay, I did not look at you, and you're saying that there was emotion that went along with that?
Yeah, there's typically emotion that goes along with it because it makes me really feel the sound effect. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to go with you on that. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm going to, Mark and Lila, I'm going to agree with both of them in saying it sounds like popcorn popping.
It's not popcorn.
But I knew that would be too obvious and too easy.
But I think we're kind of on the right track with the popping.
So something popping. Are you popping the packaging like air bubbles?
No.
That came with your Amazon package? No?
No, but I love those.
Oh, who doesn't love popping those? Okay, popping something. It's not popcorn. It's not the little air packages. Brittany from Cedar Rapids is guessing paintball gun.
No.
Good guess, Brittany. Thank you.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I don't know how to help you on this one without giving it away.
Yeah, no, I don't want you to just give it to me.
I mean, there is like a very obvious hand motion that goes along with this sound.
Okay. Popping noise. Hand motion. God, I give you grief for not being great at sound effects. I suck at guessing. Nicole from Oxford, is it punching a punching bag?
Yes!
Hey, look at that, Nicole!
Nicole nailed it!
Your prize
That's
is...
exactly what it is, me punching a punching bag.
Your prize is Courtlin gets to punch you in the face.
No, you get to watch me punch Brain in the face.
Neither of those will happen. Wow, okay, all right.
You couldn't figure that out?
I mean,
like if you're punching correctly, it should be just a quick on the bag.
more of a jab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to do a different, jab, cross, hook.
Okay, all
Uppercut.
right. Next
Elbow.
time. There you go. Punching a punching bag. Nicole from Oxford, our winner today.
You win nothing. Yay.
It's Braden Courtlin on 98.1 K-Hawk. It's time for the latest in country music news. Country Quickies with Braden and Courtlin from 98.1 K-Hawk.
Well, we'll start off with news involving that huge Concert for Carolina benefit show aiding Hurricane Helene relief efforts. Luke Combs and Eric Church, of course, co-headlining. They have added more names. Of course, we heard that Keith Urban, Billy Strings, Bailey Zimmerman, along with James Taylor were going to be there. Now, North Carolina natives, the Avid Brothers, Scotty McCreery, Chase Rice, and Parmalee will all be performing live at the show as well. Now, The bad news for fans is that this concert sold out, boom, in less than 7 hours. However, now, they have announced that a live stream will be happening to ensure fans from around the world can watch the concert.
Nice.
Of course, streaming the event will provide additional support for the charities. And what's even better yet is that Veeps, V-E-E-P-S, that's the site where the concert will be streamed, will be using geo-targeting technology to ensure that those who want to stream in the affected areas won't be charged. Everyone else will pay $24.99. 100% of the proceeds, by the way, will go to the charities run by Eric Church and Luke Combs. So, pretty cool deal.
I'm sure that's still way cheaper than the ticket price was.
Yes, it was. But you can watch from your own couch, which is cool.
So after a 3-year run, Carrie Underwood has announced that she is going to be concluding her Reflection, the Las Vegas residency in the spring of 2025. She announced her final Las Vegas shows on Tuesday. She's going to cap off her Vegas run with 3 shows, April 9th, 11th, and 12th. All 3 events will be taking place at Resorts World Theater at Resorts World Las Vegas, which is the same venue she's been playing the entire time. Tickets for those final 3 dates will go on sale this Friday starting at noon. I'm going to miss her by like a month.
Oh, man.
I'm bummed.
All right, Blake Shelton is giving back to the place where he really found his passion for music, and that was at his high school. Blake recently appeared and surprised his alma mater, Ada High School in Ada, Oklahoma, with musical instruments and a monetary donation. Blake teamed up with the Music Will organization to give the school guitars, drums, amplifiers, and other equipment totaling $5,000. Also donated one of his own personal guitars.
Oh, that's so nice.
Which is really cool. Blake was on hand to present the instruments and shared with the crowd how lucky he was to have an uncle who helped him with his musical interests at that age. So very cool. Thank you, Blake Shelton.
And finally, I don't understand why this never happens when I'm in Nashville. Over the weekend, a bachelorette party was out at Losers Bar and Grill in Midtown when, what do you know, Riley Green showed up. Riley Green's bar concept, Riley Green's Duck Blind, is right next door to Losers, and he often performs there, so he frequents this spot. Riley was spotted chatting with the team behind the bar, and then he threw on an apron and started slinging drinks. And if you thought being able to order a drink from Riley Green was cool, how about this? Then Post Malone showed up and also began bartending at the same time.
Whatever.
Of course, lots of women pushed their way to the front of the bar. Some of them even put notes on their phones, quoting the chorus of "You Look Like You Love Me," and then flashing their screens at Riley as he made their cocktails.
All they flashed was the screens.
That's what it said. So
Okay.
I guess
right.
there's videos of the whole thing on TikTok if you want to check it out.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, if you go to Nashville enough times, you're bound to see somebody famous. Come on.
I've gone several times and I never get to see anybody.
Okay, those are your quickies this morning.
Not that I'm bitter.
But it doesn't sound like you are at all. It's Brady Courtlin on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Shabuzi and a bar song. Good morning, it's Brady Courtlin. And yesterday, another great listener lunch at Mas Margaritas in Cedar Rapids.
Can I just tell you, yesterday I ordered the Tijuana bowl,
Yeah, you
right?
did.
Which is like a burrito bowl. They put a whole avocado in there, rice, beans, your meat, cheese. It's very, very good. But it was so much food that I ate some of it at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
I ate some of it for dinner.
Why not?
And I still have some left over for lunch again today.
Yeah, listen, they aren't fooling around with serving sizes over there, are
Oh my gosh, it was so much food.
they? So yesterday, I once again did something different. I'm trying to choose
Mix
different
things up, yeah.
items on the menu when we do listener lunch.
Expand your palate.
And so I had yesterday, they have a 2 chimney meal that you can get. You can get a 1 chimney meal for lunch, but don't be a quitter. Get 2.
They said, hey, do you want the lunch size or the dinner size? And Brain put his hand over his mouth and went, dinner, please. Like it was some sort of secret.
Dad needs to eat. Bring me 2, please. So I went with the seafood variety. And what that is it's crab meat and shrimp stuffed in chimneys and then covered in queso.
Yeah, the queso really sold it for me.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. I mean, that's my favorite thing I've had there so far for listener lunch.
Oh, wow.
As far as the meal's concerned,
Okay.
100%. It's going to be tough for me not to order that again this month. But we have 2 Tuesdays left for us to try new things, for you and your coworkers to try things with us at Mas Margaritas. So please, if you want to go, get entered for listener lunch on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. And for those of you who either can't make it or just want to go on your own time, may we present you right now with a $50 gift card.
$50, and you can spend that money on margaritas there too if you
You really
want.
could.
The one thing we can't pay for at listener lunch.
Caller 10 right now, 365-3698, or hit the call us button using your K-Hawk app. Gets a $50 gift card to Mas Margaritas. Good luck from 98.1 K-Hawk.
Hey, Hawk, good morning. You are caller number 10.
Sweet.
Way to go. What's your name?
Tony Lorsman.
Well, Tony, you've got $50 to enjoy the food and drinks at Mas Margaritas in Cedar Rapids.
Sounds like a good margarita place to me.
It is.
Yeah, if it's in the name of the restaurant, you know
they're
it's
good.
You know it's good. Once again, get entered for listener lunch, and we may be calling you and taking your group. Remember, we'll choose a new winner on Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk with Kane Brown and Marshmallow and Miles on it. Brady Courtlin. And here we are in October. We're cruising towards Halloween. A lot of folks interested in heading to haunted attractions, whether it's a haunted house. But how about a haunted hotel? Now, my question is, do these hotels promote the fact that they're reportedly haunted or not?
Some of them do.
Okay.
Some of them are very open about the fact that they have experienced paranormal activity and they allow paranormal investigators to come out.
Okay, very cool.
One of those is actually a place over in Keosauqua called the Mason House Inn. And it's easily one of the most haunted places in the state of Iowa. It's been around since 1846.
Oh, wow.
And it was not only a holding hospital for wounded Civil War soldiers, but it was also an underground railroad and a tuberculosis sanitarium for a short period.
Oh, my gosh.
So obviously, that is a place where they're like, yes, we have had haunted activity. If you want, you can do investigations while you're staying in our hotel.
But if not, enjoy our complimentary breakfast and fantastic views.
So there's a bunch of other places, though. I was curious. I was like, I wonder how many haunted hotels we have here in Iowa. And I was able to find around 8 of them.
Okay, so what are we talking? Where are their quote-unquote haunted hotels?
Okay, there's the Franklin Hotel in Strawberry Point,
Okay.
which opened in 1903. But the original hotel that was on that location was built in 1855.
That's old.
So, yeah, that's real old. Another one is the Decker House Hotel in Macokota. Hotel Julian in Dubuque.
Oh, yes.
That's the place where it's rumored that Al Capone haunts the halls. Ooh,
Why?
spooky.
Why, Al? What do you got against Dubuque? It's a
Well,
beautiful city.
It was rumored that he and his crew used the hotel to hide out when things got too hot
Oh, yeah.
in Chicago.
Oh, sure.
And so people say that they still see him roaming the halls, whether you want to believe that or not. Hotel Ottumwa is another one that's rumored to be haunted, as is Redstone Inn and Suites in Dubuque and Hotel Blackhawk in Davenport. And then over in Greenfield, Iowa, there's a place called Hotel Greenfield, which is supposed to be haunted too, especially the restaurant bathrooms for some reason.
Well, yeah, especially if after you've had some of their spicy dishes, then it's especially haunted.
Yeah.
I hear strange noises coming from a stall.
Have you ever stayed in a haunted hotel before?
If I did, it was unbeknownst to me. I don't think I've ever, purposefully stayed in a hotel that had a haunted history. I've heard lots of things about the Hotel Julian in Dubuque.
Yeah.
But I've never stayed there. I've been by it many times.
Would you
but
stay
never.
there, though?
If they put me up in a suite, I'd be willing to try anything.
You know that Abraham Lincoln stayed there.
Yeah, no, it's got an amazing history
Mark Twain also.
of people who stayed in that hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's interesting, maybe more than ghosts roaming the halls at night.
So I've never stayed in a haunted hotel before, but my family members have.
So yeah,
A group of my family went to Gettysburg one year.
Wow.
And they stayed in a rumored haunted B&B in Gettysburg.
okay.
And my grandma had some very scary experiences in that hotel room.
Okay.
Where she was yelling at my grandpa and it wasn't my grandpa.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not great.
So you can take a look at the haunted hotels that we just talked about on the K-Hawk app. Let us know if you've ever stayed in any of them.
Or any haunted hotel.
Let us know about, a hotel you stayed at where you did have something happen to you that you simply can't explain. It could be one of those hotels or perhaps another one. And don't be like, I had really poor service in a Hotel 6 once. That doesn't count. Sure, I'm sure that the
That's
shower.
not that scary.
I'm sure the shower was scary. But we're talking about paranormal scary. Now, you can read more on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Cedar Rapids, #1 for new country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Think I'm in Love with You is the latest from Chris Stapleton. It's Brain and Courtlin, and Courtlin is going to be out and about coming up on Friday. Grand opening of a place called Stack Wellness Cafe. Now, this is kind of a renaming of a location, correct?
Yes. So you've probably seen Stack Wellness Cafe in downtown Cedar Rapids, Brain, on your way home. It's right down the street from us. I go there all the time for smoothies because they're really, really good.
Yeah.
But now they have rebranded their other store over on Edgewood Road, and they're going to be having their grand reopening on Friday with Hannah Stuelke.
Well, yes, Hannah Stuelke's going to be there. You're also going to be broadcasting live, too.
I know.
So, don't shortchange yourself.
Well, I'll be there from 2 to 4, and then Hannah is going to be there hanging out with people from 4 to 6 because she is actually doing an NIL deal with Stack Wellness, which I think is pretty awesome.
Apparently she has her own smoothie that you can try there at Stack Wellness.
I'm excited.
Also, there's a chance to win an autographed jersey from Hannah Stuelke. Also, Courtlin will be signing a shirt.
No,
I'm just kidding. You're
I
not
will
there
not
yet.
be. I mean, if you really want me to, I'll sign a K-Hawk shirt for you, but I don't think you're going to like it.
Yeah,
that much.
probably not. You can stop by, sign up to win prizes, including free smoothies for a year. All happens at Stack Wellness Cafe's grand reopening. This is going down with Courtlin 2 to 4 p.m. on Friday afternoon. at 341 Edgewood Road Northwest with 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Dasha with Austin. Brayden and Courtland wrapping it up here on a Wednesday morning.
Woo, Wednesday.
You know, I thought that today was going to be a little bit better outlook than yesterday shaped up to be. Both of my girls are still homesick today. So I got to go home, and Carly has been to the doctor. Kaylee has to go to the doctor today. So it's that time of year, the changing of the swings in temperatures. You know, when it's 80 one day and now it's it was in the 20s this morning. Things happen like that. So
yeah, there was a little bit of frost on my windshield this morning, but I did not have to scrape it off, which was a relief.
Yes, we're not to that point yet, thankfully. So
thankfully,
going to be cool tonight, but not in the 20s again. So that's good. And then we're going to be in the 70s this weekend. So it should be really nice.
Interesting.
All right. Before we get out of here, dad joke here on a Wednesday morning.
Another fall dad joke for you.
Okay.
Brain, why did the apple join a gym?
Why did the apple join a gym?
To work on its core.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Listen, I'm never going to bite
not
into
my best.
I'm not ever going to bite into an apple the same way again. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to damage your car.
And it just gets worse.
I love it when I don't make things any better. All right, back tomorrow morning, bright and early at 5 a.m. Until then, so long.